Guys, a couple days of rain and I just squeegeed off the tarp, and we're supposed to get more this afternoon, so I just wanted to come up here and check it. But it's doing great just by even just laying here. Even windy, we had some pretty good winds, and it's drapes over the sides so good, so well right here, and then on this side that the wind just can't pick that up, and I got stones laying on that. So at some point though, I am going to lift this up because I want it to breathe. I don't want mold getting underneath in that wood. I mean, we still got vents at either end, the short ends, doing it. But today, like for instance, today we've had some pretty good winter weather, like no snow, but we've had cold nights down in the teens. But now it's humid and probably 65 out right now, but very humid with this rain going to move back in this afternoon. So, and guess what? Electric, the construction company that's pulling our cable through our 700 feet of 3-inch conduit is here. So let's run down and check on them and try to get some views of what they're doing. So what I can gather is they take a mini axe and that does all the pulling of the cable. So what they'll do is they got a nice wire that will pull our rope through, and that'll pull their cable through then, and then they tie that to our big cable, electric. You should see this stuff. I can't get up there because they just do I don't know, copyright laws or whatever you got. They don't want to be on camera and stuff, so, but they got a mini X right here and they're just digging themselves out a little place to start. And so they'll pull that, and then the big cable, which is probably 1.5 inches around, they'll pull that with their big cable through this, and the mini X is like a huge claw and just pulls the stuff right through. So they're going to start here in a few minutes. They'll start down in the far corner here. They'll be pulling any second here. It'll be fun to watch. So those are the boxes that are on the back of their truck that'll go over our electric, which that top one looks like that's the one that goes over the transformer. That's that gravel pad that I poured added stone to the other day, so that'll go over that. I don't know what these covers are. They may be just temporary to go over the little we have 1, 2, 3 accesses also besides that, where the transformer is going to go, so that may be covering that up until the electric company comes and hooks us all up. Okay, right now it looks like they have a guy down there at that's the very beginning. That's our pole that's standing up in the middle there, and he's pulling the string back out, and here comes the excavator. And I guess when they get to their cable or it gets tough, he'll pull on that. We'll just watch it here. You can kind of see what that white cable they're pulling. So I think they're starting to pull the cable through to this end here. So this is his second time at pulling. He got about 20 more feet. So looks like they should be close at pulling the first section. I think it was about 300 feet. And that, where his truck is right now, is about halfway. All right, now I'm seeing a black cable, which is probably our electric line. So it is through the biggest section, which is about 400 feet. Then there's two more sections smaller, 150 and 150 basically. So those are up in the woods. So I'll try to get some coverage of that here shortly. But that's the big part over with right now. Looks like right about where those two guys are standing is where their cable is meeting our cable, and they give enough slack obviously to run it up that pole there and to the transformer that'll hang. If you see the pole across the street to the right, there's like a transformer hanging on that pole. There'll be one on our pole here shortly. I believe that's how it works. Okay, that guy just rolled up the cable. He's rolling it up towards, on the other side of the excavator is where it comes out of the ground. So he's just winding that up. And then they'll probably go up in the woods and do the rest. All right, that's their cable. They pulled through our first section. They had to go to a meeting. They're gonna be back, so I just thought it'd be a good time to quickly show you an update. That is the cable there. So then what they'll do is, I believe they cut it and then they start again going. They'll cut it somewhere and then start over again in this hole, and that hole will go up about 150 feet, and that'll hook into that section, and then there's one more section to the end where the terminus is in our temporary pole up there, so that I've showed you many a time. So yeah, it was pretty cool watching them, but they just wouldn't let me film it. So this is the cable, same as we used in Wyoming, black with a red sheet, red stripe on it. It's pretty thick stuff. And there's this arm that they put on, the little thing that they put on to pull with. So it's pretty cool. So they're more than halfway, so we'll go down and look at the other section right now. So if you remember, if you've been long-time followers of our videos, this is about 2 years ago, we trenched this whole line here all the way up into the woods and everything to get this to go all the way up to the house site. And that got overgrown again, so they cleared that out to put that trailer with the wire there. So let's go down and take a look at the other end now. All right, back at the other end, there's my coffee can that was covering this conduit for almost 2 years. So this is where I came out with what we have, and that goes up the telephone pole. That shows my age. Electric pole. So, and they cut themselves enough, obviously, to put it all the way up this. They'll hook on with conduit. They'll do a coupler there and then run it all the way up this post. So, all right, looks good. There's my old rope. Looks brand new because it's been underground for a year and a half, 2 years. And that shows where, see how far they had to go? That was 400 feet of Shannon and I trenching, me in the trench, laying the line as she trenched it. If you want to look back, that's at one of our older videos back in, that would have been December 2 years ago. So November, December of 2022, if you're looking back at you want to look back at past videos and watch us do that. So all right guys, next day they finished pulling our electric wire, and that is the first junction box that comes in from the street over here. And these guys did a good job. They kind of tore up the area right here but spread hay around it, so that's pretty cool, so it's not too muddy and when the power company comes and starts pulling this wire. So I'm gonna go check the other two now. Frosty morning, as you can see from the videos. So back in the deep freeze, it was like 26 when I got up. Okay, number two, spread a little bit more hay up here. Looks good. So now I'll head up to the top where the transformer is going to be. All right guys, this is where the transformer will be, and that'll give us, as you can see, the black cable is the one that goes over to our temporary pole, and we got 2 outlets right there. Actually 4 outlets altogether, 2 double outlets, and that'll give us enough for power up when we start building the house. But yeah, this is the black is the main line that comes in. This orange one is, we just happened to hit it at the right time that they're installing fiber optic out here in our area. So we told them, yeah, definitely throw that in the thing. So that was a good call, and we now are gonna have fiber optic high-speed internet up here. So that is a plus, and that was done, I believe, at no charge. We'll have to see, but I think so. But everything looks good, and we'll just wait for the power company now. They'll come out here and hook us all up and stuff, so any day now. So all right, one more thing off the list. They use some of more of our gravel, which is good because it looks really good here. They'll put that box right on that square thing, and it's nice and level, and looks nice and neat. So guys, got my new trimmer blade on there. Actually, pretty much like a chainsaw. Got and that'll go through rust, probably little trees the size of my finger, and it'll cut all that stuff down. So we're going to go out and clean up some of this fence line that we haven't gotten to yet this year since we've been here, since we've been doing so much on the house. So that's my thing today. All right, guys, power company is here to do the final hookup and officially have power. They've already been up in the woods and put a meter base on our temp pole, and now I'm just kind of standing here in the driveway outside the barn watching them. They're gonna probably, I think they're putting well, actually they're running their wire through the conduit that'll go up the pole here. So got the boys out here. It's actually warmed up pretty good. It's probably 45 or 50 now, and in the sun it feels pretty warm. Come on, boys, come on, come on. Right, guys, they got the conduit up. That was that big pole they were with our wire in it, lifting it up, securing it to the pole. Now what they'll probably do is hook the transformer to that. Actually, there was no transformer. They just hooked a wire across the road to the other transformer, so apparently they can run multiple lines off of one transformer. So they're just about done right here. All right, guys, the finished product. We have power officially close to the house. The house is right up at the top of this hill, and our power is there. So we'll be running extension cords when we do any building out here. But there's the transformer. You can hear it humming. And I'll show you the meter. The meter is running. I have the breakers off. Nothing's really on right now, but it's all lit up and stuff. So we are official now. So another huge thing checked off our list. Everything looks good. They did a good job. Hey guys, I'm gonna end the video here, but before I end it, we did find out during the making of this video that Shannon's daughter had a fire in her house. Luckily, thank God, her and her daughter were not home at the time, but they did lose everything except for the clothes on their back, and they actually lost some pets to the fire. Locally, people have helped out tremendously. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold here. People have helped out tremendously, but her sister has started a GoFundMe page. So I put a link here at the end of this video, and if you can help out in any way, I'd be appreciative. And especially this time of year, this so close to Christmas, terrible what happened. But we're gonna get through it and get them back on their feet. But anything you can do would be appreciative again. So I'm gonna end the video here. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we look forward to seeing you back at the property here for the next project. All right, see you guys.
Help a family rebuild after a tragic fire. I'm reaching out for my sister and niece, who just lost everything. They have faced a devastating loss in a fire, which took away their home and beloved pets. This tragedy has left them in urgent need of support to heal and start anew. You can make a difference in their lives today. Your generosity will provide them with hope and comfort during this difficult time. Please consider helping them now.